Hello and welcome to ICG Podcast episode 18. I'm Abdul and with me is Yesvanth.
Hey all, thank you for joining. How's it going? Hope you had a great Saturday and wishing for a great Sunday. And let's talk about everything that happened in gaming industry in the last week.
Yeah, as always. And of course, as you know, the big news for, not the present week, but the week before that was the PlayStation Plus price hike. Now we got the official
Yes.
prices for India, and looks like we were not spared from the 33% increase. So, anyways, I'll read out the new prices for PlayStation Plus. So, the 12-month plan for PlayStation Plus Essential will now cost rupees 3,949. Previously, it was rupees 2,999. The 12-month plan for Extra will cost rupees 6,699. Previously, it was rupees 4,999. And finally, the Deluxe for 12 months will cost rupees 7,599. And previously, it was 5,749. So, yeah, I'm not going to resubscribe to PlayStation Plus anytime in the future, near future at least.
Okay,
And
I think one good thing I did was as soon as it was announced, I knew the last date was September 6th. So I've
mhm.
also tweeted about it saying that, hey guys, if you want to stack up, this is the time to stack up and do not wait for the actual prices to be live. So the
Mhm.
good thing I did was I just purchased one more extra year for PlayStation Extra. It's worth for me because I do not have any games. I can try the game, and then if I like it, I can purchase it, keep it in my collection. So for me, as a first-time PS5 owner, any console owner, extra makes a lot of sense to me. So that's the reason I've stacked it up for just 1 year, just before I think the current prices went live on September 6th.
Yeah.
So I've stacked on September 3rd or 4th. But yeah,
Mm,
it was just for one more extra year, and yeah, I think I have until 2025 June or July. Yeah.
interesting. Okay. Mine will expire the coming May, so I guess I'm sorted till then.
Yeah.
After that, I guess I'll have to decide on whether or not I should just purchase it monthly if I plan on playing with my friends any multiplayer games. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see about that.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on from that, uh, we'll talk about Xbox Game Pass because I think it's been quite a while since I did talk about it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the new titles that will be coming to Game Pass, and actually two of them already have. First one is Gris, and then of course Starfield, most anticipated one, and it is released. And coming in the following weeks will be Solar Ash and Lies of P, another big title of September that I think many people are waiting for. And as always, if something has to be added, something has to be removed. But this time, it seems like more titles are being removed than actually added. So the titles that will be leaving Game Pass is Amazing Cultivation Simulator. Wow, they're having simulators for all kinds of things. Tainted Grail Conquest, which I've been told that can be quite addicting as card games
Hmm.
go. And Fuga Melodies of Steel. Apparently, that's a good RPG, JRPG something. I don't know. I don't remember properly, but apparently it's worth a try. Then Danganronpa V3. That is something my cousin brother played, and I didn't really feel the vibe of it, so I don't mind. Then Metal Hellsinger, that was hyped up pretty much last year, and it's a rhythm-based shooter. So if you like metal music and want to shoot enemies accordingly, then that's something you should try out before it leaves. Then DC League of Super Pets. Okay, that's interesting. Origami 2. I should have played it when I had the chance. Then Sid Meier's Civilization 6. So yeah, four titles and quite a lot of titles are leaving. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we're losing 9 titles.
Yeah,
Interesting.
we are, but you're getting Starfield, which is worth more than 9 titles, right?
Yeah, and speaking of
That's what
which,
I. Yeah, so
yeah,
you have streamed the Starfield, right? And you have played it. What do you think about the initial impression coming to Starfield?
well, before I went into Starfield itself, one thing I knew was obviously I'm going to die very quickly because I can't shoot. I can't shoot with I can't shoot with anything. So yeah, they just brought me into the game, and part of the initial experience is, of course, getting you into the action of shooting, which I failed miserably at. So yeah, somehow managed because it was the sort of like the tutorial stage, so I managed, and then I had to do my, I guess, first prologue mission, I guess, that where I had to shoot even more people, and yeah, that did not go
Now,
well.
how was your experience all along? What did you get from the feel of the game? Um, how can you compare it with Skyrim, or how can you compare with Halo? Do you see Bethesda and Microsoft just going all in on this? What kind of feeling you get from when you first started to play Starfield?
Yeah, well, major disclaimer is I'm not like other people, so I don't put any expectations when playing games, and I'm perfectly fine with 30 FPS. Not a big guy who's into fidelity and graphics and stuff, so yeah, of course, my opinion will be very different from a lot of other people's, but yeah, I feel like a lot of people pointed out the graphics didn't necessarily look next gen, but I mean, they're decent because, anyways, I only pay at 1080p, so I don't know how it is in 4K and stuff. 30 FPS, I was used to it, so I didn't feel any sort of, you know, uh, I didn't feel it very janky or anything. I just felt it was good. I liked it, but of course, I know in many places where, especially in the shooting sections, people definitely prefer 60 FPS. And yeah, just like any other Bethesda RPG, like Skyrim, for example, the third person view is sort of like an add on, I guess, because it's only there for you to see your character's armor that you actually end up wearing. So, you'll at least be able
So
to
it
see.
doesn't have any advantage?
Well, in combat, it's pretty much useless as far as I'm
Okay.
concerned. It's better in first person view. But other than
Yeah,
that,
you
when
you
you're,
don't get anybody coming from behind? You're not worried about that?
well, I've been shot in my back many times, so
Okay.
yeah, but I feel like it's much quicker to just. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems quicker if you're in a first person perspective to look around and stuff. But yeah, I only use third person when I'm roaming around freely, exploring or something like that. And
So you can switch between first person and third person without exiting the game, like
yeah, you
that's
just have to
awesome.
press the view button on the controller, and it just switches between first and third. And actually, in third person view, there is two sort of field of view distances. Like one is very close behind your character, and one is a little bit far. But yeah, I mean it's okay. But then again, initial pacing was quite slow. The prologue and everything, they wanted to show off something flashy and stuff, and
Establish the universe.
yeah, and they didn't establish the universe as far as I can see. But
Okay.
it was slow in the start, I must admit. But
Yeah, I heard many tweets and many reviewers talking that first 12 hours were slow. Everybody agrees that. So
mhm,
you have to go past 12 hours to actually start loving the game. That's
mhm.
what many people who have played the game say. 12 hours, be patient, and the game will reward you.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I maximum only put in like 3 hours over the course of 2 days. So I have quite a lot
Ah,
of things to play. Yeah, but
what are you playing, man? When you have Starfield, you have Xbox, and what are you playing?
I'm still playing Near Automata. I want to get all
Ah,
26
okay, okay.
endings. I've got 5 endings. So yeah, yeah. That's the thing. I'm not the guy who's always into the big hype. I take my time with things. So yeah, I'm casually just playing it, and I mean, I really need to take a break from it because of the amount of times I've died from being shot. I
Play it
mean,
on easy mode, man. No, you don't have to play it on hard mode.
well, the thing is, I never play any of my games on hard mode. I only realized that it was becoming too difficult for me because I started in normal. I did not actually know the difficulty settings. Then I
Oh,
decided, okay, you know what, maybe I should dial it down. So I went and turned it to very easy, and I still got shot. So
oh
yeah,
God.
it's not going to help me. I'm a very
Space is
bad
not
shot.
easy.
Space is easy. It's the guys who are with the guns that are not easy.
That's that is
Yeah,
so good. Yes, yes.
exactly. And
Um,
our first comment for the night. Hey there, Age Gamer. How are you?
what's up?
What's up? Yeah.
Thank you,
So
Joe. Thank you for joining Race Gamer.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's good. The space is huge. So huge, in fact, that unless you have some object floating by near you, you don't even feel like you're moving at all. I mean, I've put my engines at max thrust, even added boost and everything, and it just has that animation of making you seem like you're moving fast. But unless you have something next to you, you really don't feel like you're going anywhere. So I try.
That's the meaning of space, right? It's so huge. You are insignificant, I suppose. You to feel that your perspective of the world, you have to compare it to something.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
moon on its own, it's huge, but when you compare it with Earth, yeah, of course, uh,
yeah.
it's a perception and your view, and I think they nailed it on the Batista actually nailed it on the graphics. I mean, not graphics, this the physics of the world, I suppose.
Mhm.
So when you're on the moon, you have that different kind of physics. So when you jump longer and
Yeah,
higher
yeah.
than on Earth, and you cannot land on some planets because they are giant gas
Gas giants. Yeah,
objects. And yeah, i- when you are exploring a fantasy world, you don't have to definitely restrict yourself to the real world physics, but I think that brings down the realism, I suppose. It I mean, connects the gamers to the real world, and I think that's what they wanted to show to the world. Like, this is how you, when you enter a moon, this is how you feel. I think I'm just thinking about it. So if let's say Microsoft comes up with a DualSense version for Xbox, and if you jump on moon and you have that uh, weight like on your thumbstick, you cannot
yeah,
move until the body hits down. So it's
yeah,
those kind of things. Yeah, it could be possible if Microsoft does want to completely involve themselves into this new IP. Yeah, why not? Why not bring more features to around the game?
yeah. It's a bit early for that. But Rage Gamer is asking, what are we talking about? I'm talking about my impressions of Starfield
Yeah.
because I played it, and of course, yeah. Moving on with that. The thing is, I mean, it's interesting for the start. You like understand this scope and everything, but it gets very old very fast because sometimes you have to get to places, and if you are just stuck there, like thinking whether or not you're moving despite just putting so much of thrust and everything. And I mean, it's like there's a sort of micromanagement system when you're flying your spaceship. Like you have these particular amount of points that you can allocate to different aspects of the ship. Like you can put it for lasers or ballistic
Mm,
guns or missiles, and for your shield, for your warp drive, and for your engine. So if you put points on your engine, your spaceship goes faster. You put on shields, you become stronger, and you can increase your missile ammo and all that stuff. So
I
what
think
are
I actually all these reminds me of Dark Souls 3 builds.
so,
So yeah, you can be heavy on weaponry or you can be quick in dex. So yeah, I think I'm reminded of Dark Souls, but yes.
yeah, but that is like for the
But for your
overall.
ship,
Yeah, yeah, but
yeah.
that is like overall like permanent thing you have to do, and you have to expend souls and stuff. This is like you already have these many allocated points. You just have to switch it between each thing. But
Oh,
yeah,
so you can switch.
yeah, it's
So if you
instant.
decide you are entering into a zone that requires more heavy artillery, then you put all your points into the weapons. And if you
Yeah,
need some heavy protection, then yes. And if you want to surf through an area, put it into the engine, and you're like zoom past them. That's so
Exactly.
cool, man. That's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in fact, there's actually one mission where you're supposed to, very, go very quietly, undetected by enemy ships. So, like, the suggestion is you're supposed to just put your power down all of your systems. So, take out all the points from your weapons and minimize your shield, and completely power down your engines. Just put one point in your engine so that your spaceship literally crawls. I mean, even at full speed, it feels.
Just use air hoses. Like yeah, just air goes out of the there, and then you just move forward.
Yeah, when you move your ship a little directions, you can see the little truss coming out and
Right.
moving your ship, balancing your ship. But
Mm.
yeah, but this thing just makes sure that you go really slow. And I mean, if you do not have any objects in your nearby vicinity, whether you're going very slow or very fast, it doesn't necessarily make a difference. So
Yeah.
yeah, I learned after like 5 to 10 minutes in that either way, if you're going to go to your locations and even if you have to land, you definitely have to open the menu and select land or travel and all that stuff.
Mm. Oh, so it's not seamless.
No, there are plenty of loading screens and you have to access the menu to fast travel and stuff. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's not like if I want to land on the moon, I can just directly fly towards the moon and
One
expect my
swoop.
and I
Okay.
cannot land. I have to select the map. I mean, select the moon on my map, select the location, and press land, and then the animation will come when my spaceship lands. So yeah,
God, no, no. That feels. I mean, for the lot of energy they have invested into the physics of the world, this seems way weird on why they implemented this way. I don't know. Maybe it's like a different service, I suppose. They are not as seamlessly as possible. So they have the exploration as one service and then the actual planet as one service. So they don't have that seamless transition. So you have, if
yeah,
you want to switch, the animation plays up, but in the background of the game, you're just disappearing from there and then reappearing from here.
yep,
So
yep.
it's so weird, but yeah, I think that transition is very necessary for the involvement, for the feel of the game. Yeah,
Yeah, but I still feel like if you can look past that, it's really interesting to play because
right.
like it's not been very long since Chandrayaan 3 landed on the moon and I set foot on the moon.
I hope somebody makes a mod of Chandrayaan 3 on the moon, and everybody's
Uh,
like, "Hey, this is Indian rover that's on the moon. You know, it's on the sleep cycle. Go say hi, take a picture, and oh, that would seem so cool, man. Yeah." If anybody is here and Rage Gamer, if you know how to do mods, go and make a mod for Chandrayaan 3 on Starfield Moon, and I'm sure, I'm 100% sure it will go viral as hell.
yeah, I'm waiting for mod support on Xbox, but yeah, I mean there are already plenty of mods, but I think many of them are like quality of life improvements. So yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see about that. And Rage Gamer says that is probably No Man's Sky 2.0. I
Oh
mean,
my God.
in, I can't say necessarily in No Man's Sky 2.0 because though it might share a similar theme, it's like there is a lot of difference. It's completely different.
It's Bethesda
So
game.
yeah, it's the Bethesda game, and there are lots of other stuff, and this is completely different. And they hyped it up so much, and people are going to be disappointed. That's what's going to happen. I mean, it has happened. Lots of people were disappointed, very vocal on Twitter and stuff. Then of course, there are many people who are still enjoying it. There are people who have put in already 3 to 4 days of time on the game.
Yeah.
Some of people have picked it up and haven't even dropped it down until the battery charge is gone. But me, being me, have so much stuff to do. I had to obviously stop at certain intervals. And yeah, I mean, it's fun. But there are always these Bethesda things where there are these little. I mean, the thing was, I didn't experience any bugs. I mean, nothing groundbreaking or anything. It was quite good for the few hours that I played. And in fact, the only time I actually felt any slowdown was when you actually reach New Atlantis, and there you have to use like this metro train to transit between areas in the city. And like the time when you get into the train and it starts moving, that's when you can see a very visible lag. when the train is starting to move. But otherwise, I haven't experienced any lag whatsoever. One glitch was funny though. I was shot, and because I was on my last, like I only had one shot left to live, and someone shot me, and I don't know for what reason, but the physics decided to go like off. So my character decided to just fly upside down, hit the ceiling, and fall down in a place where there's gravity. So I don't know how that happened, but it was it was funny when it happened. I laughed. And of course, there are always these random encounters. That is sort of thing with Bethesda RPGs. So yeah, I took my chances, and actually, when I was trying to visit the moon, I ended up going to a space station next to the moon. I didn't know
Hmm.
that I was actually ending up going into enemy territory. So
Oh
I
God. Okay.
went in there. Oh my God, got shot at so many times. It took me quite. I think it took me a good 1.5 hour to finally, just be like, I can't shoot anymore. I can't do anything anymore. I'm just going to run. Just pick up
You're
what I
just
want and
gonna
run.
explore, unlock all the planets first.
No, no, no. I mean, I can't progress anywhere. I'm stuck in that space station. I need to
Oh,
get
okay.
my thing and I need to get out. So I just said, after dying 3 times, I'm like, you know what? I can't do anything anymore. So I run to the objective, get the thing as fast as I can, run the hell out of there. And yeah, I'm never going back to that space station now. And I decided to finally land on the moon. And as expected, it was white. Uh,
It was great.
uh,
It was great.
yeah, but it was okay. And I thought, okay, maybe I can look at Earth from there, and I couldn't. I don't know why, but
You're on the other side of the moon.
if I was, there wouldn't have been any light. But apparently, I don't know. This is far off in the future. Earth is uninhabitable, so you can't
Oh,
land on Earth. On the moon, you sort of see like some debris just floating around you. So I wanted to explore some more, even though it seemed very barren. But I looked ahead of me and I saw the pirate ship landing, and I made like, nope, let's get out of here. So these are the sort of random encounters that are, the fun aspect. So
the game was forcing you to for an encounter, and you're like, not today.
yeah, I've had my fair share of death in the first few hours I played. So I'm getting out of here. So as soon as I saw that ship landing, I'm like, no, no, no. I just turned back, get on my ship, and fly off. Yeah, but the thing is, as far as I'm concerned, the game is good, and it's okay. I can feel like it's a game that I can, sit back and relax on. For me personally, I don't think I'll be sitting and playing it continuously. Something I'll just, chill out on, maybe fly around, explore, and, check it out and see what else I can find. The thing that was really, really tough for me was finding medical kits and ammo for weapons because, oh my god, I kept running out of ammo and med kits so many times. I mean, the time when I really, really needed med kits, I could not find them. The thing is that they're scattered across different rooms in certain places. Some rooms they don't have it. So if I go into any place, first thing I'm doing, I'm searching around trying to find med kits. In one place, I actually went into a kitchen trying to find med kits, and a space pirate is sitting there and cooking. I'm
Just
like,
chilling, waiting for you to come and take the medkits.
I don't think he was expecting me at all. And I came and I was like, what the hell is this guy doing here? And he looked at me like, why is this guy doing here? And he started
Why
shooting me.
is yeah? Are you too early to be here?
Yeah, then I somehow defeated him, and then I saw the med pack over there. Opened the container, saw it was empty, and I'm like, oh god damn it. Uh,
He used it. The pirate used it.
I don't know, it was empty. And then ammo, I mean, I kept running out of ammo because I'm a horrible shooter. If you gave me 30 bullets, I'll be lucky if 3 bullets land on the enemy. So ended up wasting so much ammo that I had to end up, somehow waiting for my companion to take out the enemy. Then I had to run, pick up every single thing the enemy had, including their guns. And it was just chaotic. It was just chaotic. But yeah, I look forward to playing more in the future. But yeah, I should definitely find out a way to get like a one hit knockout punch. So I can just go and
Mm.
punch everyone and stop shooting. I think that perk is available. I have to find out which one is that. But anyways, moving on from my impression of Starfield, I want to
So
say
how would
that
you, from your first 3 hours, how would you rate it?
Nah, man, I feel like that would be very unfair to rate it in just 3 hours.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah, yeah.
as a guy who cannot actually fully utilize every control, as I'm a disabled gamer, I can only use 2 to 3 buttons at once at maximum. So I can definitely say that it will not be fair of me to give any sort of rating with the time I've played, and of course, most of the time me being dead from people shooting me. So I cannot. It will not be fair if I give a rating at this point in time. But I must say that for those of you listening to the previous episodes of our podcast, Xbox was going to receive an update which allowed you to stream your games directly to Discord. And good for me, I got the update on the 7th itself. So, I mean, I started Starfield, I streamed for ICG, and because Xbox does not allow you to stream directly to YouTube, I streamed it to Twitch, downloaded it from that, and then I re uploaded it to YouTube. And then while that was going on, I decided to check out this Discord stream feature, and I was just playing for 2 hours while streaming it on Discord for any of our members to watch it. And we have another comment from Ronit Das. Hello there. Thank you for joining us.
Here on it.
What about the PlayStation 5 Spider Man version? Any idea? A lot of scalpers are there. I mean, when are there no scalpers? When something is rare, it's always going to be there. I mean, um, I'm not the expert in this field, but as far as I know, I don't think India might even get the Spider Man PS5 version Spider Man. Uh,
Unfortunately, yeah, I don't know if I mean, it would be weird that if India did not get it because we got the Ragnarok bundle, we got the Horizon bundle, we got the Gran Turismo bundle. So basically, every PS5 exclusive um, um, game we got a bundle.
but
So
I want to point out one thing in that.
yeah,
None of those bundles came with custom faceplates and a controller, custom controller, right? This is the
yes, that is
this
true.
this
This
is the
is a
first customized
truly
one.
customized bundle. Yes,
Yes,
I do accept. Yes.
yeah,
So, one update is not an update, I suppose, just a continuation of what kept happening. Basically, we did not even have I mean, the PS5 were not even imported to the India yet.
yep.
So that's very, very, very bad news, and it's October 20, right? When is it the Spider-Man 2 releasing?
October 20th.
20, yeah. So I'm thinking we should hear maybe in September 20, I suppose, if there is going to be a pre-order of kind of a stock or something like that. So at least in India, we had a huge advertising, right, for Ragnarok.
Yep.
So Spider-Man is a very, very, very well-known IP, and it's a successful game as well. So I won't be surprised if there is going to be any advertising, and I'm definitely sure we might see some these bundles along with their promotion of the game.
Mm.
But yeah, unfortunately, we haven't received any imported models yet. So hold on, I suppose. I mean, I won't be surprised if Sony completely decides not to bring them to India. But most every Sony PlayStation product we did receive, right? So every charging station, the new DualSense, the headphones, the camouflage DualSense. We did not get the camouflage faceplate yet.
Well, it's
Hoping that will
available.
come there.
It's available now. KMO is available.
You mean faceplate?
That's
No,
available in
it's
Sony
not
retails.
official yet. Yeah. I mean, they are importing it and then selling it, I suppose. But we only had the dual sense,
KMO dual
the
sense.
camera dual sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and also I was about to say something, but I forgot. What was I going to say? Ah, never mind. But anyways, so Ronit says that it's about my brother's birthday. He's going crazy for it. Okay, advanced happy birthday to your brother. And yeah, we are at the mercy of Sony in this point
Yeah.
if they end up giving it or not. And Rage Gamer asks, why won't we get it? Of course you will. It's a bundle. Okay, man. If you say so.
No, yeah, Rage Gamer, we do want to say that Sony can decide anything. It's the Sony Dubai that basically controls what India gets related to PlayStation, and if Dubai thinks they want to prioritize well Dubai first, then yeah, we might see them, but I don't know. Very late, I suppose. Uh, but I hope we do get it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just remembered what I was going to say. Yeah, well, there was a special edition Final Fantasy XVI PlayStation 5 bundle with custom faceplates and a controller that never reached India, never even came to India. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's completely up to Sony if they decide to bring it or not. And
Yeah, Rage Gamer, as I said, yeah, exactly. So everything that we get for PlayStation India is coming from, I mean, authorized or oversighted by this PlayStation Dubai. Yes.
yeah, and Ronit Das says, "Thank you guys. Let's hope for the positive outcome." Yes, of course, let's hope for a positive outcome. Let's just hope we get it. Anyways, moving on. Relating to Starfield, just two things I want to say. Apparently, Starfield modders added Todd Howard, Nicolas Cage, and Phil Spencer to the flashlights. So now, if you turn on the flashlights, their faces will show up on the wall or whatever you're pointing your flashlight at. So,
I don't
okay,
want Nicolas Cage looking back at me whenever I I use the flashlight.
yeah. And in another news, a Starfield player stuffed 20,000 potatoes into the ship's cockpit to show off the game's impressive physics. Okay, looks like that guy had quite a lot of time and quite a lot of patience. Kudos to that, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot see myself picking up, 10 potatoes, but 20,000 potatoes. Oh my god. Yeah, and Rage Gamer says, to be honest, Spider Man Edition is too special for them. Probably the most special yet, more than
Yeah.
God of War Ragnarok and Horizon Forbidden West bundle. So it must be sold out all around the globe, even in India. I mean, I think your answer is there in your statement itself. It must be sold out all around the globe. So India might be left out, because if you know, like we've mentioned in the previous podcast, that when the faceplates were available for pre-order officially, I think in the UK and US, they got
Yeah.
sold out immediately. And Insomniac and Sony themselves have said that they have no intention of creating any more, and
Exactly.
people immediately started scalping it. So
They're
yeah,
limited edition stock now. So
very limited. I mean, even the ones that are being imported for very high prices. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely not worth getting something imported without warranty for quite a high price. So I guess all we can do is wait and see. And yeah, it seems very slim at this moment.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. In other news, NBA 2K24. Yeah, I mean, I think they're doing marketing for that, because when I open my PS5 and go to the PlayStation Store, on two separate days, it showed me two separate editions of the game. They were like the 25th anniversary edition, and now there's the Black Mamba edition. And I don't know, I didn't see properly, but one of those editions cost 10,000 rupees.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big sports guy, and I'm definitely not a big fan of NBA. And spending 10,000 for it, no, no, no. But the biggest controversy is the fact that the file size will be 161.4 GB on Xbox Series X and S. Phew, wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, even in our previous episodes, we are like NBA 2K23 came free as essential game, and many people decided not to download it because that was around 150 GB something. They were like,
Yeah.
nope, not at all. And Rage Gamer says, wait, are we talking about the bundle or just the faceplates? I'm talking about the faceplates. Faceplates got sold out immediately. Bundles, I don't know if they even came to Dubai. They might have, but I don't know. I'm not so sure.
Everything is sold out. In
Yeah,
other most part of the world, everything is sold out. Yeah.
yeah. Well, of course, Xbox does not have PlayStation's own Kraken compression technology. But I don't know, even if you apply Kraken, maybe the game file size might become at most 140 GB. That's quite a high amount if I'm being very overly enthusiastic about it. But yeah, I mean, huge file size for the game. So unless you're an NBA fan, I don't know if you'll be willing to put in that much of storage space on that one game. And this
Yeah.
is, of course, before they put in updates and patches to the game. So who knows, that file size might increase even more. Yeah. Anyways, Rage Gamer says faceplates. They won't be available here then. Yeah, of course, they aren't available here. They might
Yeah.
be, might not be.
No, we didn't even get the Camo faceplate officially yet, so we just got the DualSense one. So maybe faceplates aren't prioritized for India altogether, I suppose. So maybe we'll get them all together, or we won't get them at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, on the PlayStation front, PlayStation first party studio Firesprite is developing a AAA horror game under the code name Project Heartbreak. Yes,
Mm.
heartbreaks are quite the horror.
Oh man, how do you come up with this?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It just comes to me. I don't know how. Well, anyways,
Yes.
that's the code name for the project. I guess we'll get some details further down the line, few
So
months from now.
Firesprite was acquired an year ago, or
Yeah, I think around a
yeah, I
year
think
ago.
an year ago. Yeah, around a year ago, and they only. Do you know what games they had? I think it was one VR game, right? And
I think so.
there was rumors that Firesprite might also be developing the Horizon first Horizon to the VR port. So not sure. The horror game will be a VR experience for PlayStation VR 2. Could
Mhm.
be, I suppose. But Firesprite was well known for one VR game. I don't remember the name, but yeah.
Mm. Well, Rage Gamer says we don't even have one of the few special colored DualSense controllers. I think I've never seen a galactic purple less than 8K, so they must be imported ones then. I don't know, maybe. They might be.
Yeah, purple. That's true. We saw blue, the red. So the first variations were basically black and cosmic red, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, black and red, and then we got purple, violet, and blue. So we do see blue a lot, but not purple and violet.
It's not violet, man. It was pink.
No, no.
It's pink, but not violet.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I don't remember the color, but okay. Cosmic red was first one, and black were the first batch. Blue, purple, and yeah, pink. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a cosmic red one myself, but this is when I bought it in 2021. After that, it's nowhere to be seen. But yeah. Anyways, Rage Gamer says I love those purple ones. Yes, purple supremacy. But yeah, we'll just have to wait. I mean, I don't think that. I mean, there are many people who want these things, but at the same time, I don't think there are enough of these people wanting these things for Sony to bring this here. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't know how these corporations work, but yeah, I mean, we are feeling the you know how do you say, the effects of that.
Yeah.
So all we can do is wait and hope. That's all we can do. Anyways, moving on, Stray has obviously become quite a big success. So now there is reports going around that it might get an animated film. So yes, those of you who did not get your dose of Stray or are missing it from PS Plus, well, maybe that animation movie will scratch your itch. So yeah, let's see. And Sabotage Studios, the
No,
developers of
actually,
yeah,
um, yeah. I just wanted to say that, yeah, Stray was an amazing game. Unfortunately, it's not in PS Plus Extra, right?
Yeah.
It's removed, and I think I'm gonna buy the game. If is it available in disc? Not in India, right?
Not yet, but I think you can get it. I suppose if
Yeah,
you look enough, you might be able to get it.
yeah, but yeah, basically it's an amazing game, and there is so much heart into the game, and I'm absolutely sure an animated film will pull the strings. There is. Oh man, I don't want to spoil the game, but the ending is yes, i- it's just a cat, but you get connected. You play a lot of hours as this cat, and you press a circle, it meows for you, so you feel the connection.
Yes, exactly.
And yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be a huge success as long as they stick to the essence of the game, the cat and the story and the robots, the behind the world behind what's happened. I think they have an amazing story here.
Exactly. And Rage Gamer says, I don't know how one of my cousins bought a pink one for 3K from a shop. It's genuine. I have checked it. Interesting. Now,
Good for him,
good
lucky.
for him. Simple thing for you to do is ask him how he got it.
Yeah, send me that retailer's number. I'll also order.
Yeah. Anyways, as I was saying before, the Sabotage Studios, the developers behind Sea of Stars, those of you who haven't played it yet, definitely give it a go. It gives you the classic Chrono Trigger vibes and stuff. Very
Mm.
cute, very calm game. You know, like classic retro game. It's very nice. And it's available on PlayStation Plus Extra if you're on PS, and of course, it's available on Xbox Game Pass. And the thing is, Sabotage Studio actually set a sales target of 250,000 copies for their first year. So they were expecting to sell that much within the first year of the game's launch. But that target was reached within 1 week. So yeah, I mean, they themselves are, you know, taken aback. They are surprised. They're shocked. I don't know. They're happy. They're crying. They're doing something out of pure joy. You know, because it's a big thing because lots of people. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe it's a just in India, but because if you get a game on subscription, not many people are actually going to buy a game.
Yeah.
It's like a common thing over here, I suppose, but not in other countries where people actually bother buying the game and stuff. So when Sea of Stars was released day one on both PlayStation Plus Extra and Game Pass, I don't think they would have expected to see people buying so many games. I mean, sure, if they got like maybe 20,000, 30,000, something, they would have been happy. But people actually went and bought 250,000 copies of this game. And this also includes the Switch version. So this just goes to show how great the game is, how much the community liked it. And it
Yeah.
also shows that if your game is good, regardless of what genre or whatever platform it is,
So true.
if it gets people's attention, if they like it, they will definitely buy it. So yeah, kudos to Sabotage Studios, great job. And I shall be playing Sea of Stars in the future as well. And unfortunately, I have so many other games to complete in the meantime. Oh my god, this backlog thing is like the bane of every
It's
gamer.
just piling up and piling up and piling up. I do know.
Yeah,
Actually, something when they said that they expected these 250,000 plus copies an year and achieving it in 7 days, that is huge. That is really huge for a game that released day one on PS Plus and Xbox Game Pass. Oh man, the only reason is the developers' passion in on the game, the studio behind it. They kept their everything. They gave their everything, and this just shows. This is just one more example, man. Baldur's Gate 3 is another example, and Sea of Stars is another example. You keep seeing this out of nowhere games and studios. They are like they're pretty much non-existent or not well known games are publishers themselves. So if it is, if you put your heart and develop it, 100% this is another proof. You don't have to be a AAA game or don't have to put thousands of dollars or lakhs of dollars. I don't know, millions of dollars. These days, games cost a lot. So yeah, just put heart and what you say, have that passion when you're developing your game. So it will definitely see the success.
Yeah. And Rage Gamer says he said he bought so cheap because no one buys the pink color. But pink is
Ah,
so cheap. I don't
maybe it
know.
was maybe it was released before Barbie, right? So now pink is the
Exactly.
rage.
Exactly what I was going to say. Maybe it was before Barbie released.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I'm catching up with you, man. Doing friendship with you, I'm also thinking very witty and humorous. Yeah, so it's rubbing off on
uh,
me.
save wavelength. Yeah. I want to see how long it takes for you to start making jokes like me.
Ah, yes, yes. Let's see. Yeah,
Yeah, the
of
day when you
course.
start making lame jokes like me, that'll be the time that I'll be having my own little party. But anyways, continuing on with Sea of Stars, Sabotage Studios is working on Sea of Stars DLC, which will connect the dots between Sea of Stars and the Messenger, which is their previous game. So yeah, this is like they're bringing a DLC which will bring a connection between their previous game and this game. And I think because of the success of Sea of Stars, I think many people might actually give the Messenger a shot now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And people who played the Messenger, if they play the DLC of Sea of Stars, I think they might immediately notice a connection or something. So yeah, that is something to look forward to. And Rage Gamer says, "Nah, man, 1 year old." Okay, so it's cheap because no one is buying it. And yeah, like I said, it was before Barbie, man. So
yeah. Barbie is the craze and pink is the craze. Yes.
yes, so unless you buy pink, you will not be enough.
Enough. Oh my God.
Yes.
Another one. Yes. Yeah.
Have you guys played Until Dawn? No, I have not. No, unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
no.
me neither. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you like it? Would you suggest me to play that game?
yeah. Kindly do so. Yashwan needs another game for his backlog, so
Yes.
kindly give him the suggestion. Yeah. So, anyways, while Rage Gamer sends his answer, AG Eonuma. I'm sorry for butchering your name, but yeah, these names are tough to read.
Aonuma.
Aonuma,
Or just
Aonuma,
A silent and Aonuma.
Onuma, Aonuma.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, I'll just stick with AG, I guess. Yeah.
AG. Yes.
Okay, AG, the producer and the producer of the Legend of Zelda franchise, has told Famitsu, which is a game publisher, publishing, uh, I don't know, what's that called, an outlet? Yeah, game publishing outlet, that there is no plan for Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom DLC. Because if you know, Breath of the Wild had a DLC. They're not in having any plans for Tears of the Kingdom to have any DLCs. And this is what he said, and I quote: "This time we do not plan to release any additional content because we feel that we have exhausted the possibilities of creating fun in this world." End quote. So yeah, AG himself has said that they put all of their stuff into Tears of the Kingdom. There's nothing more that they can do. That goes to show how good the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is. If only I had a Switch. Hmm.
If only.
If
Yeah.
only. Yeah. Anyways, Rage Gamer says that I'm playing now actually. Ah, okay. Thank you for playing and watching our podcast at the same time. Must be fun experience.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Until Dawn is a horror game. So maybe
Yes.
in the
Yes.
scenes when you're feeling scared, you might just peek into our podcast to not feel scared. I'm guessing could be a possibility. Could be a possibility. Yeah. And then moving on. Red Dead Redemption 3 is officially in development, according to Take Two's president. This is something I'll definitely take with a grain of salt. I don't care which president says it, but
It's Take
uh,
Two. It's the parent company. It's the Rockstar's parent company's president himself.
yeah, I'm still gonna take it with a grain of salt, man. Because after their big re-release of Red Dead Redemption, I don't really want to put my hopes up. So yeah.
Mm.
Anyways, then the other thing is, oh boy, another controversy. Hogwarts Legacy 2 is in development, and it is presumably being developed by Avalanche Software. Oh boy. Yep, time for the entire week to 1 month of protests and boycotts and then millions of sales. Yeah,
Every publicity is a good publicity.
yes. Every publicity is a good publicity, but not every press is positive press. It can also be negative press. So, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely something that I guess we will have to wait and see. And oh my god, maybe we should play a game, we should give a prize to people who can tell me the exact number of times I've said wait and see in all of our podcasts. I say that so many times. I'm just realizing it now. I said wait and see, moving on, and I don't know. I think some other phrases, I guess.
So we
Uh,
need to have a count.
yeah, I think I'll start rewatching all the episodes. Just count how many times I've said it. I don't know. If I'm feeling jobless enough, I might actually do it, but I don't know. I got some games to
I won't
complete.
let you. I won't let you. So.
Yeah, I got some games to complete, so I definitely not.
Yeah.
And oh, look at that! Rage Gamer immediately has thrown his hands up and says end times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not even going to make a guess on a number, man. Have I said it that many times? Oh my god! But yeah, anyway, so
And he also comments, great. So we will get to play RDR3 by 2030. Of course. Yes.
yeah,
That seems too soon. If you
in
ask
fact,
me, 2030 is too soon because they have to milk GTA 6
says yes.
and it's not gonna be here until 2025. So 5 years is nothing for Rockstar's timeline. They think about the cosmic timeline. So yeah,
Yeah, in fact,
2030 is still too soon.
right now I was doing some calculations in my head, and even 2025 seems like optimistic.
Optimistic.
I'll say
Mm.
2026. Just my opinion. Then they'll of course try to milk it for 10 years. Release the game on PlayStation 6. Who knows? Maybe even PlayStation 7.
No, maybe
And
PS at the PS5's generation end, so you'll get like a good send off, like chillo buddy. You
yeah,
can play GTA 6.
they did the same thing with GTA 5 for PS3. They released it for PS4 and then for PS5.
Yep.
So it could happen. So PS6 possibility, high possibility. So I don't know, man. They might do it, and who knows if we put all our faith in Rockstar and think of them as the good guys, maybe they'll even just work on Bully 2 perhaps. You know,
Uh,
and all
yeah.
of this will be when we are all retired and have nothing to do but play games. So
Hope so.
yeah,
I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
yes, the light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully, there will be still some light left in me by the time the game releases. But yeah,
There will
uh,
definitely. Yep.
yeah, let's wait and see. That's all I can say. Okay, see, I said it again. Let's wait and see. God damn it. Oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
getting
Coming
so used to
to
it.
Hogwarts Legacy,
Yeah,
I think most people loved it. They enjoyed it. I think, at the very end of the game, they felt it was a bit repetitive and um, what to say, kind of normal. But yeah, most people loved the game. Basically, if you are a Harry Potter world fan, in that case, I don't think you'll even have that negative comment because everything is new and you love that world and you want to explore it as much as possible and spend in that world as much as possible. So. You are now a character in that world, and why not be as long as possible?
I mean, I had a few people who tried going for the platinum, and they
Hmm.
really said it becomes really, really repetitive and grinding when you're trying to go for platinum. So I guess by the time they do go for platinum, all the magic in the game has faded away from them. Nothing feels magical anymore. It's just the grind, and
Hogwarts Legacy makes you a muggle.
uh, you start feeling like a
That's the
muggle.
headline. That's the review for ICG.
You start feeling like a muggle by the time you start doing platinum for it. But yeah,
Oh God, that's a very good headline for a review.
good thing
Hogwarts Legacy makes you muggle.
good thing we're not doing reviews, man. Because I can
I
see the
hope we will
review.
get there. Yeah,
I can see the review bombs already. Oh my god. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
But anyways, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Apparently, I had one member on the server who actually went for the platinum, and guess
Oh,
what? His platinum trophy got glitched, so he couldn't get platinum.
oh my God. Yes, yes, I do remember. There was a platinum trophy glitch, and that is so sad. Sorry, dude. I do understand the frustration because I know what it feels like when you're trying for that and it glitches and you don't have that energy. Basically, what I do is when I everything I do, immediately back up the game. So if I pass a mission, first thing I do is save, save, so that if any glitch happens, download and then start from there. Hopefully, you learned your lesson and back up as often and frequent as possible.
I mean, you cannot exactly tell him to do that because many games these days are completely reliant on autosaves.
No.
So,
In the case, platinum journey is its own journey. You cannot completely rely on anything. You are exploring the game to its fullest. Maybe there are bugs that many people didn't go through because nobody was actually intending for PlayStation for platinum, I suppose. So
mhm,
better be safe, and it's the early days of the game, right? So if
yeah,
you completed a huge mission or some difficult level, or you think it's a good point for a safe point, then yeah, back up your game. Not auto save. That's not what I meant. I meant the cloud
cloud
save.
save. Cloud save. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah. But still, I mean, this is the issue nowadays with AAA games. Um, they're all like release and then fix sort of situation right now. I mean,
Yeah.
we can't deny that 2023 is shaping up to be or even is one of the best years of gaming
Yeah.
in for now as opposed. I mean, I think the last good game was maybe 2017, 2018. So this has really shaped up to be a great year for games. A big, sad time, a very depressing time for the wallets of gamers. So that's which is good for gamers, not for the wallets, and probably in the long run, not for them as well. When they see the bill and see their dues, and they're like, "Oh my God, I spent too much. I'm broke." So yeah, I mean, it's a possible. But the thing is, nowadays, like I said, games are coming with bugs. They have performance issues. They're broken at some places. So yeah, I mean, forget about other frustrating things like going for a platinum, trying to get 100% in a game, and when you get 100%, it doesn't pop up. That's really frustrating.
Really frustrating. Yes. I
So
think it sort of became expected these days. If you do not face a bug, that's a surprise these days. So Baldur's Gate 3 just raised the eyebrows for almost every AAA developer to look at them and take them as an example. Of course, they do have bugs, but it's surprisingly low, I suppose. And everybody was talking how good the game was optimized and developed. And eh, just not having bugs will give you the attention, man, these days. So do that.
who said there are no bugs in Baldur's Gate 3, man? There are
I
plenty
mean,
of.
not game breaking bugs.
There are literal bugs that kill your character, man. You have to kill them. There are so many bugs in the game.
Ah, come on, dude, come on.
But
I was so confused. What is he talking about?
yes. But it is. Jokes aside, I mean, There's a patch fix almost every week. Like I mean, I'm
Yeah.
seeing patch notes coming in every single week. So I mean, yeah, this
Larian Studios, they are just stepping up to the occasion every single week, and they are like community first, the gamers first, and they just love what they have produced, and they want to make it as best as possible. So yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think before the release of the PlayStation 5, I think they've released six hot fixes or patches, I guess, and each
Hmm.
hot fix like has 100 plus fixes. So yeah, 100 plus each. Those is 600 fixes for the game, man. And
Maybe they are
so
very, very small, like you don't even notice, I suppose. So
yeah,
who
well,
knows?
of course, I did read a bit of them, and I must say that they are not something PG-13, so I cannot talk about them.
Okay.
So there are bugs related to that sort of stuff. So I don't know. This is like, yeah, they're funny, but I can't disclose it.
Ah,
Uh,
right, right. The streamers when they are creating the model of the game, the character game, right? So yeah, they were quite taken aback when they
uh,
disabled some settings. Yes.
no, that is actually in recent times. Before that, it was quite different. But yeah,
Okay. Okay.
okay. We're not gonna dive into that topic. Yeah, but still, I mean, good on them because, but still, then again, like I said, of course, it's a massive game in scope, so of course, there's bound to be bugs, but it did not have any, like I said, game-breaking bugs. They were not there, but apparently, there's still one issue, like in the Act 3 of the game. It's very CPU intensive, so there's
Hmm.
lots of frame drops, some stuttering, and all that. And I don't know if they can fix it. Maybe they might, but it's something they put into the game, and it's really resource heavy. So yeah, I was about to say the same phrase again, so I just stopped myself.
So let's see.
Yeah. So I just caught myself about to say it, so I stopped myself. Okay, but yeah. Anyways, huh.
Anyways, moving on.
Moving on. There are still bugs in all games, minor or major. Thing is, if you buy the game on the first day, these are bound to happen.
Bound to
And your
happen.
only hope is, of course, keep the game, wait till the developers find it, patch it. Speaking of patches,
These days, going gold doesn't mean anything.
yes, it does. It means they're ready to print the game. But other than that, it doesn't
Yes,
mean it's bug
but
free.
yeah, I mean,
It
in the
doesn't mean,
sense, I mean, of course, yes, that's the main intention. But in the earlier days, it's basically going gold in the sense it's ready for printable in the sense
it's
it's
playable
it's
completely.
it's playable as it should be expected to be
Yeah,
playable.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of patches, I just remembered Final Fantasy 16 is going to get a free update,
Mm.
which has cosmetics. And apparently, it will get a DLC in the future, and also a PC version of the game is in development. Well, at least they're going to start development. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's a, I don't know how come I took so long to remember that, but I guess I just see so many news articles that some keywords or phrases end up just triggering it and be like, ah, yeah, I forgot to mention this. This is something important. So yeah, I said that, and like that, the like in Final Fantasy, they released a patch after launch, a few weeks after launch, where they gave you different control schemes. So if you felt like your current control mapping was kind of hard for you, you can opt for the other one. And
Mm.
yeah, so if devs get to know about these issues, they'll work on it. It'll take time, and they'll release it late. Like Star Wars Jedi Survivor, another thing I just remembered. It finally got 60 stable 60 FPS now, and it is possible because the developers removed ray tracing. But yeah, I guess people complained for long enough, and some people will actually listen. So yeah, I guess it's worth giving a shot now. But then again, I think I'll wait. Yeah, I'll wait. See if there are any more bugs to squash, and if it's completely free of bugs, maybe I'll try it then. So, have you got anything to add, Yashwant?
No, nothing much. But when I was talking about the Hogwarts Legacy too, right? So I just remembered the comment from WB Discovery CEO. He himself said that Hogwarts, I mean Harry Potter, DC, and then what was the other one?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Yes, the CEO himself said that these three IPs were underused. And as a fan, I'll say yes. I want
Yeah.
to see more Harry Potter world. I want to see more Lord of the Rings. I want to see more DC. Yeah, I think DC is in very, very good hands right now with James Gunn at the helm. And Lord of the Rings had an amazing series on Amazon Prime, The Rings of Power. I think it just ended with the reveal of who the Sauron was. But yeah,
Mhm.
I think um, it's a huge, huge world. So yes, I do believe that they are underused and they should not rush into this like Marvel rushed into Disney Plus shows. They diluted everything. They diluted all the Star Wars world as well with too many series. Mandalorian doesn't have to be season 3 and there's going to be season 4. So it was meant for maybe 1, 2. It made sense because yeah, you found Grogu, you had to do something with him. But yeah, you when it became too big of a success, they kept creating these stories, I suppose. So
Mm.
it I didn't feel that was too good. Even you can see the reviews. The first seasons they had almost 8, 9s, and then the recent season they are like 6 and 7. It's just same thing, man. They are just repeating the stuff now. John Favreau lost it, I suppose. It's too much stuff happening, and y- you know the beautiful thing that came out of Star Wars series is Andor. That's an amazing, amazing series. And the only two series I like from Star Wars is, of course, the season 1 of Mandalorian and then Andor.
Mhm.
Andor, they didn't even mention about Force. Like,
Mhm.
may the Force be with you, or they didn't even talk. It's like its own universe, and still it was spy, and it was in Star Wars, and you absolutely loved the entire story that they had to say. And I'm so glad that there's going to be a season 2. And unfortunately, I think that's the final season for Andor. But you have such a galactic version of universe called Star Wars, and you just focus on Tatooine and Skywalkers.
Yeah.
They, Andor is such a beautiful example, and I do always. I mean, please, there's huge potential in this to not just dilute the series with just few characters. Mandalorian was success because it was a new character. That's the reason. They don't want to keep seeing the same faces, same names, same stories, same planets. So bring on the new characters, bring on the new stories, and you'll
Yeah.
have good success. No doubt.
Yeah. I want to go to New Zealand once again because
Yeah,
Middle Earth.
the
Middle
Middle
Earth.
Earth.
Yeah. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. I want to see more of New Zealand. So yeah, let's see what they come up with.
I have the
And
audiobooks actually. I might start them. I'm at the final book of the Harry Potter audiobooks, and um I think the next audiobook is for me Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit.
enjoy, enjoy.
Yeah.
And with that, we will conclude this week's podcast. Thank you all for joining and watching. And we hope you have a good week ahead. We'll see you all next weekend.
Like
Like
and
and
subscribe.
subscribe, watch all of our videos, and keep looking forward to our Dark Souls 3 playthrough.
Playthroughs.
See, you're almost going to forget
Yes.
about that one. I
Almost,
remembered.
almost, yes.
Yes, I remembered. Yes. So, yeah, that is something to look forward to. So, take care, guys. Have a nice night. See you next week. Bye bye.
Bye.